Boy, I tell you, I know. I know it's early in the morning for a lot of people. Some people it's still rather late at night, but still in the morning. And then for some, it's probably getting to be afternoon. I got fans all over the world, and I know my life is an. I have made my life an optical for people to, be opinionated about and have a perception about it. You know, I did that, but today, this morning, I'm about to go ahead and get real with myself. I can't worry about others more than I worry about me. And I realize that. I realize that I can't, and I want y'all to take the only reason why I make my life an optical and put my business out there that I don't have to do, right? I know I don't have to do this, right? The only reason I do it is because I want to show you guys that life is good and bad. You're going to go through things in life, and you're going to act out a lot of times in life, and you're going to get things right. You're going to do things wrong in life, and you're going to do things right in life. And the bottom line is you need to have people around you that when you do wrong in life, they have a strong desire to teach you and help you and advise you on things that you should not be doing and try to correct your wrongs. That should be the people that you have around you, meaning your parents, whether it's your guardians, whether they wasn't your birth parents or not. The people who are around you supposed to be there to help build you up. And if they're not doing that, then it's not their fault. It's your fault for being around all kinds of people that doesn't have your best interests at heart, whether it's your mom, your sisters and brothers, your kids, your immediate family, or your extended family, because most of the times it's the ones who's close to us who we allow to do these things to us. But this morning I'm coming on here live because I actually slept in my car last night. Yeah, I slept in my car last night for the first time. I used this towel as a cover. When I got too hot, I put on my AC, and when it gets too cold, I put this on for warmth. Now, I'm only going live because I know that 70%, I would go as far as to say 70 to 75% of most YouTubers' footage is scripted and planned. It's like they are puppeteering your perception, your opinions, and they're playing with your emotions, which leads you to draw your attention, right? Leads them to draw your attention, which makes it valuable to them, which is a genius move, right? But I'm going to come on here today to let y'all know this ain't a game. This is not a genius move. This is not me having it all figured out or using something to make a better way for myself. This is me actually about to come to the point where as though I was about to lose my cool. If you could just think about it a minute here, just take a moment, and I'm gonna do the greeting like I supposed to. But this morning is I'm a bit confused. I'm discombobulated. I feel like I'm a little bit depressed. I know I'm stressed, and it's all due to me. I want to blame myself on my camera here this morning, because it's only when I blame myself and I accuse myself for what I've done wrong in the situation. That's the only reason and the only way that I can change something about the situation. If I blame me and I'm to blame, then it's up to me to fix my situation. So I will say I'm having issues, or had issues, with my mama. My mama then called the police on me 4 times for nothing. And when I tell y'all I say for nothing, I don't even have to fin and prove to you guys and try to get you to win y'all's perception. I don't care what you think about what I'm going through or not. I choose to put it out there to get perceptions, whether they're wrong or right. But listen to what I'm telling you. I am a son to a mother who have called the police on me 4 times in 1 month for nothing and told lies on me and said that I threatened her when I have never ever threatened my mother. Never ever laid nowhere hands nowhere near my mother. I've never even hit a woman but one woman, and that was my baby mama when she hit me in my eye with a backhand when we was driving, and I had no, when she was driving and my reflections just hit her back. Once in my life, I ever hit a woman, but I've never ever put my hands on a woman in a manly way like how compassionate I am for women. Seek attention from women because I seek the attention that I miss from my mother. I take the blame for that. I'm not blaming my mother anymore. I was looking for love from my family. Share this video, please. If you are watching and you care about me and my situation, I would like for you to share this video. Let me get out to show y'all something, man. I want to show y'all that I'm not just making this up. I actually went to sleep in my car. Everybody keep asking, where's that Mercedes you had? Where's the Mercedes? Well, here's my Mercedes. I want y'all to share this video. It's going to be one of the realest ones that I ever done. Hit the like button for me, please. Because I'm really about to make my life a skeptical for everybody to see. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around. I slept in this last night. Now, am I telling y'all that to feel sorry for me? No. Am I telling y'all that to give y'all the truth and to show y'all that everything ain't scripted on YouTube? Yes. Do I have the right to be honest? Like, should I be embarrassed about letting any of you people know that I had to sleep in this? Should I be embarrassed if somebody rolled by right here down this street right here and saw me in here? Should I be embarrassed if I had to live through it and went through it last night? Should I be embarrassed after the fact? No, I shouldn't be. And that's what I'm here to show y'all this morning about my life. Give me a second. Yes, I know y'all see this Mercedes, and everybody saying, he got a Mercedes. You know, he came into some money. Oh, Lord, no cash, got some money. Oh, money. But watch this. When no cash ain't had nothing, I ain't had not 2 cents to rub together. Nobody still ain't had no place to put me. My mom was threatening to put me out because she knew the pressures of life was beginning to be too heavy for me. She knew I didn't have any money. She knew I didn't have a job. She knew I had no place else to turn but to her. But that didn't stop my own mother, who birthed me into this world, from calling the police on me 4 times and having me kicked out the expedient way. She gave me a 5-day notice to quit, meaning to get out in 5 days, which was illegal in the state of South Carolina. I went through the procedures, got me at least a 3-week window to handle everything and to show her that she did me wrong and she shouldn't have did that. And guess what happened? She called the police on me again. She evicted me again. Now, I told her in the courtroom she didn't have to evict me. Just give me a little bit of time, and I was going to be preparing to get myself away from her residence if it took my life, because I felt like my life was in danger being around my own mother. I kind of looked at my own mother as like a Karen. Y'all know what they call the Karens, you know, the white women in the world that call the police on black men or men of different nationalities for no apparent reason, because they make the people feel like they're threatened or make the people feel like somebody's doing something that they're really not doing to them. That's exactly how I felt with my own mother. And she's not a Caucasian woman. She's my kind, a black woman who actually pushed me out of her womb. So When I say to you guys that I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm worried, and I'm going through, it stems from the things that I'm going through with my family and my mother and from my history. I'm trying to find me a nice place to sit, y'all. Just give me a minute. Because this one's going to be real. I want y'all to share this video. If you can see me clearly and if you can hear me clearly, leave a comment. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Do I need to get off live and record the video because I really don't want this one right here messed up? I want y'all to get it. Hey, Cash, I hope you make through all of this. I'm doing my best, and with you guys' support, I can do a whole lot better. I'm not worried about family anymore. I'm not worried about familiar faces anymore. Hold on. I came out here, I slept out here in my car, and I come out here and I listen to the water. Listen. Yeah, I come out here and I listen to the water, and I find me a peaceful, serene spot. A peaceful and serene spot that I can gather my thoughts. Because at the end of the day, self-preservation is the first law of nature with any insect, any animal, or any human being. And we think that we are the smartest human beings on this earth. But all other animals have gotten it figured out that self-preservation is the first law of nature, to preserve oneself. And it's not being selfish to do that. You have to do that. It's detrimental to your health if you're not doing that. And I had to learn that the hard way. I'm still learning that this morning. And that's what this video is about. I'm about to talk to y'all about my mama. I'm about to talk to y'all about my daughter. And I'm about to talk to y'all about my wife. 3 important women in my life. And if I allow my feelings for these women and how I perceive these women in my head to take me out, it's my fault. It's nobody else's fault. Wow, look at this. First of all, I'm going to go back. I want y'all to see how it looked when I walked up to it. Look, man, I want y'all to understand this is not a game. I'm not making my life a spectacle for nothing. I want you guys to understand something about life. And I'm willing to show you my life in order to do it. So now, give me a quick minute. I got to set my camera up. All right. It's coming together. All right. It's coming together. All right. I see you, Ida, if that's your name. Ida, I'm about to let you know all of what's going on. I'm glad you say you can hear me. Grand Rising, Janella Taylor. Grand Rising, welcome forward. Miss Luthel Brooker. Hello, how are you? Give me one quick second. Let me turn my ringer off. Okay, now, and we're going to get this thing started because I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. One quick second. Give me a second. All right. Like I said, self-preservation is the first law of nature. And if you don't preserve yourself, you can't blame nobody else. You're going to end up going to meet your maker. You're going to be 6 feet deep. And you're going to wake up, if you believe in God, and you're going to see God. And you're going to have all kind of excuses about this person did it or that person did it. Here's why. Give me another chance. When really it was your fault. that you allow anything to stress or depress you so much that you didn't do what you should have done for you in the end before it took you out. No control over what you're going through or who put you through things or how they put you through things. You have no control over that. But what you do have control over is how you react through what people try to put you through. How you react to even the good things people do for you or the bad things people do for you. It's all about your reaction. It's like the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the things that I can change and can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the things that I can change and the things that I cannot change. And I know that the things that I can change, I got to take responsibility enough to change them. And the things that I can't change, I got to be peaceful and serene and humble enough to say, I'm going to let bygones be bygones. I'm going to let them go their way and I go mine. All right? So I said that real fast because this morning, I don't know what's going to come out. I'm tired of holding back. I'm tired of trying to be politically correct. I'm tired of caring about how my mama thinks over what I think. I'm tired of caring about how my fans and viewers will view me about what I tell the truth about my mama, right? Or about what I'm going through in life. I'm tired of worrying about how people will view me from bottling and all of this in. I'm tired. And I shouldn't have to put myself through this. I want to vent. I want to get it out so I can get it over with and get it done with. And once I get it out, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to put the camera on my own life. I don't care who's in it. I may not have a mama in it with me. I may not have a daughter in it with me. I may not have a wife in it with me. I may not have none of these things. I may not have nobody in it with me. But I'm going to put the camera on my life and show how I'm going to deal with my life from this day forward. Because I say grand rising, and I want to say grand rising to everybody right here on the film. Welcome forward, peace, and love. All right? And I'm going to start the video right now by saying, hello, everybody out there in YouTube world. I am the homie IKNOWCASH. Yep, the one and only. If there's another, he is the phony because y'all already know. And what you don't know is what I'm going through. I give y'all little glimpses and peeks into my world. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because I have a heart and because I care about other people more than I care about myself, I'm very hesitant about living my truth. To get better for me, I'm being hesitant about living out my truth. Well, when things was bad for me, raggedy clothes, roaming the streets, singing for food, living from house to house, sleeping on couch to couch, I wasn't embarrassed to tell the truth about that. Nobody really had a place to put me when I was going through that. No, I had really bare minimum of friends, maybe 2, 3 people who I call associates that was even okay with being a friend to somebody who didn't have much, who didn't have money. I had intellect, knowledge, and wisdom, understanding. I had advice and instructions I could give, but in these days in society, people don't want that when that's the most valuable thing to them. But here it is. I'm going through stuff. And it's causing me depression, stress, and worryation. And all everybody around me can keep saying is bottle it in. Don't put your business out. Your business is your business. Don't tell everybody your business because everybody don't want to see you doing good. Everybody don't care about your business. And all of those things may be the truth. But one thing I worry or I think about when I look at this situation is that nobody can deal with this situation that I'm going through but me. I'm the one that got to worry about me. I'm the one that got to make the right decisions for me. And I feel like it's best that whenever you're going through anything in life, no matter how embarrassed or how ashamed you may feel, I feel like when you vent about a situation, it's better for you because you get things off your chest. You let it all out. You air things out. That's what a vent does. It air things out. So when you vent in life, you're supposed to air things to do for yourself. Now that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm letting y'all know that My mom has called the police on me 4 times in the past month for nothing. Said that I threatened her, lying. She was acting very strange. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. My mom told me at the age of 7 years old, she wished she had a closed. When she was on the delivery bed birthing me, she said, "You little nigga, I wish I had a closed my legs and snap your neck when you was coming out of me." Now, she said that when I was 7 years old. That grew in me. And I'm not making any excuses, but all my mother would do my whole life. She spent a lot of money to give money to my grandmama and my granddaddy to help raise us, buy us clothes. But she never was there. She never spent the time. That made me want to find a woman in my life to spend time with me and to love me like a mother should, right? So that I can love them like a father should. And so that we can build a life together like a family, right? Because that's what was missing in my life. That was what was missing in my life. And all my life, my mother talked down on me. I guess she wanted to be my father too. She always said, get her a father they give to because she my mother and my father. But she was wrong for that because she could never be a father to me. Although she chose the wrong man. Although the man had schizophrenic and somebody put something in his drink and he wasn't able to be a father to me. Yes, she did choose the wrong man. Yes, circumstances and situations transpired to make me not have a father. But no, you were not my father. A woman could never be a father to a young man. And that is what ideology I was grown up with. She talked trash to me. I never had a father. And then because she was so aggressive and so harsh with me, I never had a mother. Because a mother is nurturing, kind, concerned. All of these great attributes a mother is. And no matter whether you argue with your mother or have disagreements, true mothers that love their kids do their best to make it work, and they know the responsibility lies on them because the responsibility lies on the parent to teach the child. So if the child don't know something, it's the parent's fault. Indirectly, I don't care how you look at it. Just like with me, if my kids don't know something, it's my fault and their mother's fault. I can't name the blame on the fact that I didn't have a dad and my mama wasn't there. So that's why my kid is, no, it's not nobody's fault but my own. Because I chose to have the night of sex that it took to bring forth that child that did not ask to be here. So I learned all of that through the things that I went through with my mom. So I'm putting it all out on the line. This morning right here, I am tired. I feel like life will take over me and take me away from here if I keep allowing things to transpire and bottling them in and not being as open as I can about the things that I'm going through in my life. I can't care about others no more now than I care about myself. I cannot do that. And you better not do it either. So I'm only telling y'all about my mom because I was not going to put the videos up that I had to live through. Just like I slept in that car last night. And I don't feel nowhere embarrassed by waking up and telling y'all, I woke up in my new Mercedes. Hey, I woke up in my new Mercedes. Hey, and it is not no new Bugatti. And I'm still all right. All right? It's paid for. It's mine. I'm going to be honest with you. I slept in that car. I had to go through that. So should I be embarrassed, too embarrassed to tell the truth here? No, I shouldn't. And just like that, everything else that I go through in life, I should not be embarrassed to share the truth about it. Because when you share with others the mistakes that you've made and how you've overcame them, then guess what? That could be advice and instructions and very helpful to the next person. So I like to help people. I'm always giving. Even when I have nothing, I will give my last out of my pocket. The last $10 in it, I will give it to someone. Or I might give them half of it. Because I understand the act of giving more so than you have to scatter in order to draw increase. If you don't throw no seeds, you ain't going to get no trees. And you ain't going to get no fruit. So in the same sense, I scatter my seeds abroad and I help everybody that I can. And sometimes we tend to overextend ourselves helping others and putting others over ourselves. And that's what this video is about this morning. I'm going to let y'all know that I'm about to be sharing some things that y'all are not going to understand. A lot of my fans and followers, y'all are kind-hearted people. Y'all are caring people. You know, let me tell you something. Any two times you take your time out of your day to watch a homeless man video, or whether you take time out of your day to stop and hear a homeless man out, help a homeless man, you are a kind, caring person. It takes a different kind of a feeling type of person to cater to homeless people. So I understand how y'all feel. A lot of y'all have loving parents. They wasn't perfect. They didn't do everything right. We know that as kids. But you guys love your parents, and you know that your parents love you because of their actions, how they've loved and took care of you all of your life. Whether they made a few mistakes or not, whether they mistreated you a couple of times or not, that's not the case. You know that your parents love you in spite of all of what y'all went through, because they shown that to you with their actions. All right? And so I get it. When somebody comes on YouTube or on TV, or when you watching a movie where there's an ear-mannered child cussing the mother or the dad out, or acting out and doing things that a child shouldn't do to parents, a lot of times we'll say, wow, that child is bad, or why is that child doing that to their parents? They ought to have their behind cut, or somebody ain't raised them kids right. But that's the truth right there. If the child is acting up, the Bible said, train up a child in the way that they should go, so that when they grow older, they will not part from those ways. That means if you never train the child, then they don't know no better, so it's not the child's fault. Now, I went through things in my life, directly and indirectly. I know that experience is the best teacher. Please share this video. Share the video. Please share the video right now, man. I'm not talking all of my business for nothing. I want you guys to understand and overstand that you are the captain of your fate, the master of your soul, and you control your destiny. You. Regardless of what you allow to take over your mind and take over your life, you allow these things. We sometimes allow these things, whether it's our parents, our mother, our kids, our companions, relationships, girlfriends, wives, you name it, whatever. We allow them to consume our minds and our hearts enough to where as though it hurts us. Now that's why people say, be careful what you love and what you put your love into. Because whatever you put your heart into, your body and your mind and your soul thing, right? So, I told y'all about my mom, and I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on it. I just want y'all to understand that there's going to be a fluctuation of videos coming y'all way. No, they're not scripted. No, I did not plan this. No, I did not like it. No, I was not proud or excited about it. No, everything that you would think, right, that you might think this is so not that. All right? I want y'all to understand this for me. And the only reason that I put it out is because it hurt me so bad that I want somebody else to witness it. I want somebody else. I want a friend that can, in you, any of you out there, that can see what I'm going through and have a heart enough to, even if I'm wrong or if I'm doing something wrong, I would like for you to say, this is where you went wrong, No Cash. And if I was being treated wrong by anybody in whatever I'm showing y'all, I want y'all to say, they treated you wrong, No Cash. And this is still your perception, right? And you have a right to your own perception. Your opinions are welcome here. And your perspectives are welcome here. But please understand that I'm making a conscious decision, knowing and willingly, to put out what I've been going through in my life concerning my mom, my mother. And this is my mother, the woman who pushed me out of her womb. And there's a lot of things that y'all don't know about my mother that I hid for the whole 5 years of me being a YouTuber, because I was confused and because I didn't know how to talk about my issues without making myself look bad. Or I was caring more about how my mother would look if I exposed what I've been going through. Lord knows that's what we do that's wrong, y'all. A lot of times we put the importance of others before ourselves. And that could be our demise. Because here it is, when I first came home from prison, this psychic lady, when I was walking the streets of New York, pulled my hand and stopped me and said, it's a female in your life that don't want to see you win. It's a very close female, somebody that you love. I don't know who it is, but you need to be careful because they will not stop until you see your demise. And I went to thinking, because I didn't have any girlfriends or no female friends at the time. I had my sister. I had maybe one or two female friends, not that even I was being sexual with, but just friends. And then there was my mom on the peripheral who was never there. So I never ever even imagined that it would have been my mom that the girl was talking about. Never. Although I told y'all at the age of 7, she told me she wished she had a closer to being born. That's what she told a 7-year-old. I should have known then I was in the wrong hands. I should have known that, but I didn't know better. The people around me maybe knew better, but they didn't teach me better. They didn't let me understand all of what I needed to know about what I was going through. I don't fault those people. That was my grandmama and my granddaddy. They covered things up for my mother because she was their baby. And they didn't want to embarrass or shame her. So I get it. I understand. But I know that when I embarrass myself or shame myself or put myself in an uncomfortable situation, on the other side of all of that is where my blessing is. So I choose to be blessed. And that's why I come on here to tell y'all my life the way that I'm telling it. Because I know that what I went through in my life, as a 40-year-old man standing to y'all today, everything I went through in my life would have took half of you that are watching this off the map. Would have took you out of your misery. I don't know whether you would have did it to yourself, but you and what you were going through in life, if you had to go through what I was going through, if you had to walk a mile in these shoes, it would take the best of you out. But I want to say, I'm not going to let it take me out. Or pressure could make a diamond. And in this case, my pressures are going to make me a diamond. And I'm going to shine my little old light for this world to see. Because I know that I'm a nobody out here trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save everybody. But nobody wants to listen. And that somebody is the God that is within you. The conscious self that is within you. Until you help yourself better than anybody around you is helping you, you're not going to receive the help that you need. Now, I want y'all to help me right now and share this video. Hit the like button on this video. It might be sounding sad. You might be looking at it like, oh my God, his mama didn't do that, or his mama didn't say that, or why is he saying this? You can have any thought that you want, but please inspire and encourage me that I'm not talking to deaf ears by hitting that like button. Share this video on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, text it to everybody in your call log. These are the type of videos that needs to go viral these days. Instead of hanging and happy-go-lucky stuff, man, I'm telling y'all, man, in these times that we're going through in this life, we need to focus and pay attention on what really matters. And it's family, it's life, health, wealth, and success. We need to start being prosperous in all of our endeavors. And if you're not prosperous in your family unit first, you're not going to be successful in no other unit, in no other community, no other organization. You have to have home together first. Sweep around your own front door. And so this is me attempting to clean up my life. And in order to clean up your life, you got to deal with the dirt. All my life, my family, my grandmama, my granddaddy, they swept stuff under the rug. And when you sweep things under the rug, all you realize is that later in life, you're going to have a bigger mess to deal with. And now, I ain't trying to cry on the camera because I'm stronger than this. I'm stronger than this. And now, I'm stuck here to deal with this big mess in my life all by myself for right now. Because I'm choosing to focus on kindred spirits and people who are familiar to me, who I'm used to getting love from. But sometimes you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because on the other side of uncomfortability is where your blessings lie. And ain't nobody never got nothing easy. Where much is given, much is going to be required of you. Where much is given, much is required. So, I just want to say, I'm going through a lot in this old life of mine. Y'all see me smile. Y'all see me happy. Y'all see me singing. Y'all see me purchasing a little bit here and there, trying to escape the worries of reality. But buying things ain't going to help you. It's just a quick pacifier. Spending money to be in people's world and in people's lives, whether it's a girl, your mama, your daughter, or your family, if they making you feel like you got to put out so much currency, money, or too much current, all of your energy into them, and they're not putting anything back or reciprocating any energy back your way, you need to end all relationships, all friendships, all partnerships that is going along those pretenses. You need to end them. I'm telling you that because it's hard for me to end those kind of relationships. But I'm deciding in my life today that I'm going to burn all the things, the negative energy from my past. I'm going to burn all the negative people, all the people that don't mean me any good, all the people that don't want to see me do well, all the people that threatens and hinders me from moving forward. I'm cutting off the gangrene. Because if y'all know what gangrene is, if you get gangrene in your finger and you don't cut gangrene off, it'll get in your hand. And if you get gangrene in your hand and you don't cut gangrene off, it'll get in your arm. And then if you get gangrene in your arm and you don't cut gangrene off, it'll get into your body. And if you get gangrene in your body, it can kill you. So now it's your fault if you didn't cut it off at the head. Cut it off where it starts. So I'm learning this. I'm not perfect. Neither are you guys. But as I learn things, I like to share. Now, as a result of having problems with my mama, and I want to leave that alone because it's not going to take me out. The devil is a liar. I will declare change on my life. I will declare a better life for me. I will make a better life for my kids that are trying to be in my life and working together with me. I will make a better life for them as well because I understand that they didn't ask to be here. But I'm not going to tolerate any disrespect or any child undermining me with my own struggles and what I got to go through. Because I'm the one without a home. I'm the one who had to go through this homelessness for the past 9 years of being out of prison. Damn near 10. I'm the one who had to live through this with nothing and nobody to help me. Not even my kids. Not even my mama. Shouts out to my mama for letting me stay with her for a few months. But she stressed my ass out every damn day I've been there. If y'all notice, I never go live in my mother's house with YouTube. Have y'all ever asked yourself that? Why he ain't shooting videos? He's staying with his mama. Why he don't go live? Why he don't shoot videos? Because I was not in my right mind. I did not have sanity. It's always fussing going on in the house. I can never do nothing with a straight mind in that place. Never. And that's why you guys never saw the videos. And that's why I was stagnated and hindered. But I had to go through that. My mother woke up every day in the house cussing and fussing everybody out in the house. You cannot wake up and be productive and be successful with that going on. But I went through it for months and months and months. When y'all thinking, oh, he living with his mama, he got it all good. Nah, you got it. You are sadly mistaken. And ever since I've been home from prison, I've been homeless until this day. Because just because you stay with somebody that allow you some savings grace to spend a few nights, that does not mean you're not homeless. If you don't have your own home in your own name, where you turn the key and you set the rules there of whether somebody leave or somebody stays, you too, my friend, are homeless. So learn to see things for what they really are and stop being lied to, y'all. This is a YouTube channel right here. Yes, I did reenact a lot of the things that I went through in my life. Yes, I did wear the same clothes every day. Yes, I did add a few little white lies in some of my videos for entertainment. But when you guys see the real deal videos and y'all see that stuff that looks too good to be true, you can bet your ass if it looks too good to be true, it smells too good to be true, it walks too good to be true, it talks too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is too good to be true. But let me tell you something. On this video right here, when you see anything real, dramatic, or stressful, trust and believe we couldn't act that well. This is not an act. It's really real. And I'm telling y'all I'm tired of it. So It's only until I get my mind together, get my mama out of my mind, stop blaming the blame on my mom and what she did to me. I gotta let go all of the past. I'm about to do a cleansing like no other, a detoxing on my life like no other. And I'm gonna let you guys watch it. It could take me out or it can take me over. I'm hoping that it and praying that it takes me over. But if it takes me out, it's a chance I'm willing to take because it feel like I'm going out already. If I don't grab a hold of my life, and if you don't grab a hold of what you got going on in your life right now and learn to take the responsibility and accountability for what's going on in your life, in spite of who you can blame, they're going to be your demise, and you allowed it. Now, as a result of me and my mother having problems, it trickles on down to my kids. And one of them being my daughter, who has a lot of my mother's ways, and she also has a lot of my ways. But I'm going through things for her just for nothing. Just because in the past 10 to 15 years, me going to prison, right? And then me coming home being a homeless man, my daughter is beginning to look at me just like how my mama programs her mind to and how her mama programs her mind to, which is your daddy ain't nothing if he ain't got nothing to give you. Or your daddy ain't got nothing to give you, so you shouldn't disrespect him. Doing nothing to help y'all. It's always what you could do to help somebody else, and nobody's never turning that scope around and looking at your life to see what you are going through. Do you need a hand up? What do you need to help you so that you can be put in a position to help others? Nobody never think that. You get it? So, at the end of the day, your kids can even leave you stinking when you don't have nothing to offer them, when you don't have nothing to give them, when you can't contribute to their stress, worryation, depression, situations, lacking, poor, whatever they're going through. When you can't give them nothing, you the bad guy, even when it's going to be your kids. I did nothing to my daughter. Nothing at all did I do to my daughter. I know it may seem. When it comes to my mother, I did a few things. I've said a few things because I'm tired. I grew up and I got tired. And when you stress how you feel, a lot of times people say that's disrespectful or unruly. But no, a lot of times with what I've been bottling in all my life, I had to get that out. So I said some things to my mom I may or may not meant. I may meant a lot of things I said to her, and then some of the things I may not have said and meant. But I had to do it. But when it comes to my daughter, y'all, I did nothing to my daughter. Not make decisions that's going to cause her turmoil later on in life, or so something she got to deal with things twice or over and over again when she keep making mistakes. So I try to teach her to not make mistakes. Then I help her when she make mistakes. And when she bought two lemon ass cars, that I explained to her when she bought the first one, don't ever go and buy a car without a man. If you got to call your daddy, who don't have a ride to get to you and who don't live with you in Atlanta, I will make a way to you before you spend your money on another lemon car. And my daughter went right back and did the same thing again and bought a lemon. Drove the lemon all the way to Florence, South Carolina without putting oil in it and getting the proper tune-ups and changes and things. And they credit, and she's looking for daddy to help her. When daddy's homeless, don't have a place to stay, and don't have stuff correcting his own life. But I'm supposed to stop everything I'm doing and make sure she's straight when she's the one who's making the mistakes of not listening to what daddy's saying and causing her own life to be turmoil. I got to take the blame for that. And then even in spite of when that happened, I rented a car, drove her and her sisters and the two kids that her mama had on me from my cousin. She sexed my cousin and had two kids. Her mama, that she says is a better man than me. My daughter says her mama is a better man than me. The mama that sexed my first cousin and had two other kids after the two kids that I had with her. Yeah, see, y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know that, right? Y'all didn't know I had to deal with that. And I still love my cousin, still get along with my cousin, dap my cousin up, just seen him yesterday. Family ain't gonna be taken out behind no mess like this. What my baby mama did. And I had to take my kids and those kids back to Atlanta when my daughter's car broke. Not saying a mumbling word. Loving those two kids just like I love my kids. Because them kids ain't had nothing to do with why they're here either. And the decisions that their mother made and my cousin made to do what they did for a night of pleasure, sexual pleasure either. You see where I'm going? So I'm understanding and overstanding through all things. Give my daughter a ride with her sisters back to the house. Then they get back home and she has problems getting to work because the car is left in Florence and the engine is bad and it's a lemon, and just thinking about how daddy should jump in and correct your wrong for you right on the spot. You just want daddy to forget everything daddy got going through, and he don't have a place to sleep. He can't go back to a home where I just drop you off to a place where you sleeping at, gorgeous. Your brothers and sisters, I took them to a place where they're sleeping at. I don't have a place to sleep, and you want me to neglect myself and put you first and get you what you need, which is a car, so you can get back and forth to work when I don't even have a decent place to sleep. How fair is that? But I don't look for my daughter to know fairness to me. She's going through some things and she needs her dad, and I understand that. But what y'all don't know, and what my daughter didn't know, is out of the money that I just got that really ain't my money, it's borrowed money that I gotta pay back. I gotta think clearly and figure out ways to pay this money back, figure out endeavors and things that I need to do to make the money work, to pay the money back first before any of it is mine. I explain this to my daughter, put money in a bank account for her and her other sisters and brothers, and explain to them, y'all manage this well because daddy is not going to mismanage this money. I got things that I have to do with this money. She gets back home, I drop her off, and she throws a temper tantrum because I don't buy her a car, and I bought myself the Mercedes before I bought her a car. But what y'all don't know and what my daughter didn't know is I had her God looking for her a car before I even bought my car. I didn't even want a car. I don't want that Mercedes. I have Mink Mink. Mink Mink then drove me from Texas and back twice. No problems. I don't even have 90,000 miles on Mink Mink. I love my car. The only thing that I don't like about Mink Mink is I got to get the air conditioning fixed. Okay? So I didn't need a car myself. I didn't go out and buy a lemon. I've been driving that for about a year now, a year and a half, going wherever I needed to go. So I'm trying to teach my daughter, and she's not learning, and she wants me to learn a lesson through her mistakes. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to step in and try to correct everybody's mistakes when God designed mistakes for us to go through to teach us. And each and every individual have to go through their own mistakes so they can learn. And if you try to interfere with the mistakes that your kids, your loved ones, your family, your mates, your wife, whoever is making, you're going to make life harder for you. And you're never going to let them learn. Because the mistakes are going to begin to be a burden on you. Because you didn't ask for them and you didn't make them. But when you step in, you indirectly hinder the person from learning what they need to learn. Because the mistakes are for them. It was their experience. Experience is the best teaching. So let them learn. So now, after my daughter call and say, Dad, congratulations. You got yourself a new car. When are you going to get me one? Or now can you see about getting me one? I know what you said. No, none of that. My daughter got her mama to call me, and her mama cussed me out and called me everything but a child of God. Told me I ain't shit. I am just a sperm donor. I ain't never did nothing, and all kind of craziness, when that's a bunch of lies. Soon as money come into the fold of a situation, all order goes out of the window. And in the lack of order, you're going to have chaos. And that's what my baby mama called me with. The one that sexed my cousin and had 2 babies, claiming that she did it to get back at me. Told him that. He'll get on in here and tell you she told him that. I didn't heard it. She sexed him to get back at me, but you had 2 kids by him. How do you bring 2 kids into a situation of vindictiveness, whereas though you trying to get back at me, now you involve 2 other lives, and now you're not even with the man. She not even with my cousin. My cousin got another girlfriend and another baby, and going on living life, and she got life all messed up down in Atlanta with my kids and his kids, and got them thinking she's just the best mom in the world because she can struggle with them. They're not even living the best life. No life at all. I don't even want to tell about their life because that's not my business to tell. But they're going through some things that hurts my heart. And truthfully, I feel sorry for my baby mama too, even though all of the craziness that went through in our lives. I have a heart. And I feel sorry for her too. But she can get into my kids' heads and poison their minds in ways that got my daughter out here acting like a plum fool for nothing, when she didn't even know she had a car coming on the way. She had a car coming on the way, as soon as the people would have found the car, I was going to buy the car, deliver it to her, gift it to her on YouTube. Who cares? If I did a great thing for my daughter, yes, I was going to record it. And then I was going to tell her to put some videos up on her YouTube channel and do my best to get her monetized as well. Because everything that I do in life right now is for my kids. I understand that this life of mine is for my kids. And whether my mom taught me that, whether I had a dad in my life to learn that or not, I learned it indirectly because I know what was missing in my life as a kid. So I wanted to give that back to my kids. And here it is, it's hard for me to even do that for what I've been going through and how my mom poisoned my daughter's mind and how her mama poisoned in her mind. But I'm not here to bash my mama. I'm not here to bash my daughter. And I'm definitely not here to bash my wife. But it brings me to the last bit of this video. And I want y'all to share. Share this video, man. I'm gonna move because I don't want this to be lame. I kind of want y'all to understand that this is me today. This is my cleansing. This is my cleansing. I'm tired. Share this video, y'all. Hit the like button. What I'm doing today, people don't do. What I'm doing today, YouTubers don't do. Influencers don't do. I'm going to tell you why people don't do it. Because they don't know how to. And guess what? I'm not going to sit here and profess that I am the best with life and that I know how to do everything, right? But what I'm doing is I'm learning. Give me a second. What I'm doing is as I go through life, I learn. And when you truly learn a lesson from life, whether it's through experience or from your mistakes, it's your duty to teach the world, not just your family and loved ones. It's your duty to share and teach the world. That's what influencers do. That's what world changers do. I know that I'm a light worker. I know that I'm a world changer. And we cannot change the world or take on that big responsibility if we were fearful and scared or embarrassed and shameful or hesitant. You got to be brave, courageous, relentless, resilient. You got to be forceful. And so I'm just saying, I'm going through a whole lot in my life, enough that would take the average person out. Please hit the share button, y'all. Share this video, man. I want for one time in my life that when I close this video out from doing all of what I'm doing, sharing my information with y'all that I don't have to share, I want to feel like it was worth my while for once in my life. Please, y'all, everybody's watching, please hit the like button for me. Look down at your phone and take a minute, hit the like button. Take a minute right now while I'm talking and share it so you don't wait till later. If you inspire and encourage me with ways like this that are free, that don't cost you nothing to support, then that'll keep me doing what I need to do for y'all. But in a minute, I'm about to have to focus on life because I'm sleeping in my car, don't have a place to go. Family is turning their back on me because I'm getting stuff together in my life. Why do you think people will turn their back on you or cause you torment for you getting things right in your life? Why do you think things get bad from other people when you're trying to get things good in your life? Let me tell you why. Because everything has to fall apart before it all comes together. Everything has to look like it's falling all apart before it all comes together. And that's what it looks like in my life. That's what it feels like in my life. But I'm here to tell y'all this morning, the devil is a liar. Because I got talent, skills, and passion for things that I know is going to make room for me. I know it. By me sharing my story, no matter what scrutiny I get, no matter how much misunderstanding that you guys have, because some of my same cashiers here on my channel, I thought you guys knew me. I thought a lot of you understood me. A lot of you do, but some of you don't. And I'm going to tell you something, man. I had to unfollow or block some of the people who I thought understood me. Because if you understand me, you don't make comments that is all the way out of my character, or falsely accuse me of things that you should know better about me. And when I see people, I had moderators, that I had people who I made moderators, right? I trusted them to moderate things on my channel. They've been saying, block them. But listen, out of all of this I'm going through, turbulence in my family life with my mom, never having a dad, turbulence with my family, turbulence in my YouTube world, turbulence with my wife. I got turbulence on every end, right? But then I still can muster up enough will and enough patience to sit in front of you guys and speak about what I'm going through in a manner that helps me and you. I ain't letting it take me out. I ain't letting it make me be vindictive. I don't wish bad on my mama because of this. I'm not hating my mama because of this. This is bringing me to tears. This is hurting my heart. This is hurting my mind that I can't figure out as a child. And yes, I'm a grown man, but I'm still my mother's child. And the day that I was born, I will never be no less age or more age than she is than me that day than today. So I want y'all to know, yes, I'm a grown man, but I still need the love of my mother. I still need my mother in my life for understanding. I still need it, not just me, my kids need it. The grandkids need it. My sisters and brother need it. But I'm telling y'all, man, when you can't have it, it's not your fault. You can't beat yourself up. I want you guys to understand that I don't want to beat my mother up. I don't not like my mother. I love my mother, even though she kicking me out, even though she's lying on me to the police, even though she says that I'm threatening her and telling lies on me, saying I got a $6,000 check when I never had no money and other people in the streets was giving me money to eat. That's what my reality was when my mother was walking around lying saying he got $6,000 and ain't giving me nothing. She's supposed to have the discernment enough to know that my son wouldn't do a thing like that. Just like some of my cashiers on here know that no matter what my daughter or anybody say about me here, some of you guys know no cash that we know wouldn't do nothing like that. And that's called discernment. That's what I appreciate in friends and cashiers and family members, right? Who can use the discernment enough to know better without being told every damn thing. I don't have to come over here and bash my mama for y'all to see that it's really not my fault that this is going on. It's really the mother's fault. It's what she ain't doing or what she won't do, right? I'm trying everything in my power. I just don't have enough power, according to her. Perception don't have to be real, true, or false, but it's real to the perceiver. So regardless of what my mother thinks, if she thinks that bad about me, guess what? I can't change it. And that's reality to her. And that's why I get the results I get. Y'all get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Talk to me, people. This about to be a real one right here, and I ain't about to close it out, because what y'all about to see from here on out, you're not going to understand. I'm going to be putting out everything in every which way, because there's no right or wrong way to do it. My life is a spectacle here. I'm an optical for a lot of people to look at, get to know. Whether you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. But I be damn, I know one thing you're going to do. You going to respect me. Because I give respect to everybody. I know respect is due to a dog. All right? And I give respect. So I'm going to demand mine. And if you don't respect me, you're going to get your ass on out from around me. And I don't care whether you're a cashier, a family, extended, immediate, my kids, my mama, or my wife. Now, I talk about what I went through with my mom and how she treats me and how she threw me away. I'm talking about how my daughter can just be inconsiderate of what I got going on. Lack of understanding of what daddy got going on. She can know I'm out on the streets, swinging from pillar to post, having no place to sleep, right? And you don't think once that, dang, my daddy probably needed that car so he could sleep in it. Or I'm glad my daddy finally got something that he could be appreciative of. Where are those thoughts at? Your first thought is, I know damn well my daddy ain't bought him no car before he bought me a car. I know damn well my daddy ain't just went out there and go do something for himself when he needed, as bad as he needed, and I need something now, right now, and I ain't even in a worse situation as he in. But I'm gonna make my daddy feel bad by doing something nice for himself. Wow, that's so inconsiderate. And my daughter is not even wise enough or intelligent enough or old enough, because she's young. She's still learning, but she has to make the mistakes that she needs to make in order to learn. And me, neither her mother, can't get in the way of that. And I'm not going to get in the way of that. I could have rewarded her in spite of and still went and got the car for her. I'm not going to get the car for her. I'm going to get the car for the next child or either her after she apologizes to me and make sure I feel it in my heart that my daughter is remorseful for the words that she said to me. Because after my daughter disrespected me like a dog, then yes, I'm going to tell y'all what I said to my daughter, because it really hurt my feelings. And I'm man enough to repeat what I said. I said to her, the way you talking to me and how you just called me with disrespect, and you don't even know what I was planning to do for you, and you just couldn't wait until it happened. You was impatient, that impatient, till you called me and disrespected me like this today, and I've never heard this in my life coming from you. Guess what? I said, gorgeous, you will die in Atlanta before I reach out to help you, give you a car. You will die in Atlanta before I do that, if you don't apologize to me for how you just made me feel. Don't you know, she just only took the "you will die in Atlanta before I help you" and heard what she want to hear, because it's her perception. She don't even care about how I feel about her. She cussed me out, talked to me like I ain't nothing, and now because I got money and able to help her and I didn't because she cussed me out, I'm a bad dad, when she forgot about all the times that I ain't had no money and I sent her all of my money. I don't even give my other kids what I give her because I feel sorry for my daughter because she got my grandson. And so I give her way more than I give my other sons, her brother and my son that's from another mother. I cheat for my daughter always and all the time. But you see what happens? The kids that you spoil, the kids that you go out of your way for, the kids that you neglect the other kids for and give them in spite of, do you see how it ruins them? Do you see what you get in return as the person that did that? I did that for my daughter. And I make my boys, who are the younger boys, treat my daughter like she is my baby girl, because she is the girl. And I want them to know that this is my baby and this is y'all's baby. And y'all gonna take care of my baby so I can take care of y'all, because we are the men of the family. This is what I tell my youngest, my baby boy, who is really my baby. And really now I'm beginning to see I'm neglecting him of his rightful position of being the younger child. He is my baby. Breezy, I love you, son. If you are watching, I want you to know that regardless of how I mistreated or treated you in the eyes of your brothers and sisters, I love you, son. You are my baby, and I'm about to get into your life in a major way and teach you all that I never was taught, that I never had a father to teach me. I'm about to do my best to teach you as long as you allow me, as long as you are receptive, son. As long as you are receptive and you allow me, I'm here for you, and I always got open doors for you. When I build this fortress of a castle that I'm about to call a home for myself, it's going to be always open to you. Breezy and Beyond. Beyond and Breon, both my kids. Ariana and Omani. All of my kids. The biological ones or the ones that I didn't even birth. But if the day you disrespect me, the day you feel like you're big and bad enough to belittle and disrespect me, then I ain't gonna have no place to put you either. You know? So, with that being said, if you're on here now, you just got here, please hit the like button and share this video. Because this is the part where I'm about to get real, and then I'm gonna close it out. Because it's no more talk. I watch Willie D YouTube channel, right? I grew up listening to the Ghetto Boys, and I was a fan of those guys, down south artists who really put on for the South, the Ghetto Boys. My mind's playing tricks on me. You see what I'm saying? Good classics, classical hits. But watch this. Right now, today, after all of that in his past, all those great hits, all that great performances all over the world, selling millions of records. This guy is a YouTuber right now today. Look him up, Willie D, live. And one of his sayings is, no more talk. Well, after I put this out on the table right here, I'm going to be talking a lot because I'm a very big talker. And conversation rule the nation. I know that.
So I'll be talking to everybody who's receptive. But I'm not going to be wasting my time any longer finning and proving, giving explanations, or explaining things to people that I don't have to explain, even when I'm falsely accused. Or even if you're right, your perception is your right and it's real to you. I can't change it. All right? And so I'm about to do something that I've never done because I'm tired. My life with my mom is gone. I'm just gonna X that out. That's a chapter I'm gonna close. I can't do anything about it. I done tried everything in my power. She don't want to change anything. She feel like she's perfect. I need to change everything, and it just don't work that way. She's mistreating me, and she's doing things that I never even imagined my mother would do. It seems like she's losing her mind, and I'm not saying that to bash her. I'm saying that in a caring way. I care about her enough that somebody needs to get her some attention, whether it's her brothers and sisters or somebody that can get through to her to help her. Y'all help them. It's not my responsibility anymore because I'm hurting myself trying to help her. All right? So, with that being said, my mother and my daughter, I'm Xing my mother out. I'm actually letting my daughter know I'm done with you if you're going to talk to me that way. If you're not going to respect me, I'm done. And that's just the bottom line. Now, if you're going to respect me and you call me and you make things right, gorgeous, I'll make things right with you because I'm very sentimental when it comes to you. You have a place in my heart like nobody on this earth, and you don't even know it. And it hurted me so bad to know that I put you before me and was about to get you a car, and you saw me get a car and called me, and it hurted you so bad that your daddy bought himself something that you was very unkind to me and very inconsiderate, not even knowing that I had you something coming along the way. But you messed that up. You shot yourself in the foot. Bah! You shot yourself in the foot. So now that you shot yourself in the foot, fix it up, heal it up, correct it. Do what I taught you to do. You know better. I taught you better than that. Your brother Beon just had a long talk to you when you was with me here at the family reunion and told you, gorgeous, you're being inconsiderate to dad. You're not being understanding of what he got going on, gorgeous. That's what he told you. I'll never forget it. And so I want to let you know, I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed with you. And I'm going to let you make the mistakes that you got to make from here on out in your life so you can learn. And I'm not going to interfere with them. But if you show me that you care about me, I'll show you that I care about you. And your daddy will show up in your life and be there for you. Now, that's my daughter. X that out. That's mother and daughter. Now, here it is, my wife. I'm about to go live saying this because this is going to be the last time I mention or talk about my life. I'm going to be showing my life in a major way. And I don't care whether it's my life with my daughters, my life with my mom, if she ever comes around, or my life with my wife, if we work this out, because people get divorces all the time. Divorces are easy to get into. Marriage are easy to get into and hard to get out of. And divorces is easy. Like when you're in a marriage, it's easy to say, okay, the hell with this. I'm going to get a divorce. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. The way I'm feeling right now, I feel like my wife is not ready for marriage. I'm not going to bash my wife in no way. I'm going to bash myself. I'm going to tell everything that I want her to leave me if she want to leave me. I want her to send me divorce papers if that's what she wants. Because I've been trying with this marriage for the past 8 months. And I want to let y'all know some things that y'all don't know. And this is how y'all and she's going to know I'm done with trying and putting out more effort to get it right than anyone else is. I'm not going to put out more effort than my mama. I'm not going to put out more effort than my daughter. And I'm definitely not going to put out more effort than my wife anymore. And my mom and my daughter got my blood. They got my blood. But I'm not even going to even do it for them. So that's why this is my breaking point. Everything. And it's the three main women in my life. I want y'all to pay attention to this. You can't make this up. This ain't scripted. I don't have nothing written. I ain't went over nothing in my mind. This shit got me baffled to the degree that at one point I was contemplating suicide. But notice I said was. I would never hurt myself. But sometimes I began to juggle the thoughts of how could someone kill themselves? Why would someone go to the extent of slitting their wrists or taking some pills or doing whatever they chose to do, or putting a gun to their head and pulling the trigger and just ending the world, ending their world? Why would someone do that? Well, I came to terms. Sometimes people can be going through so much in life till they don't even want to deal with this life no more. That's sometimes weak. People are that weak. And that ain't a bad thing. It just is what it is. But let me tell y'all something. I'm strong. I am a strong individual, not physically, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. I can take a licking and keep on ticking. Look at what I'm going through with my own mama all my life, and look at how I sit before you guys and be able to articulate what I'm going through in a manner that's fair and not bash my mom, not trying to make her look bad, and can speak my truth about how I feel. Same thing with my daughter. Now, fast forward, I get a wife, and I did rush things with my wife. I rushed it because I loved her. I wanted her in my life. I wanted a new life, and I wanted it with her. When she came back into my life, she made me feel like money wasn't a big factor to her because she was doing everything herself, not asking me for it. But I will admit, that was my perception. I perceived that money wasn't a big thing to her because of that, and that was my fault. But let me tell y'all something. I found out a lot of things about my wife after marrying her that really discourages me, and it disappoints me. But I'm not being a weak man and leaving her because of it. I'm willing to work through the things that I didn't know about my wife. But then there's some things that she didn't know about me that she came to know and found out. And I don't feel like she's willing to put in work the way that I'm putting in the work. A lot of you guys are seeing the issues that I have with her, that I'm a YouTuber, I'm a YouTube influencer. This right here is one of my revenue streams. This is going to change my life. It has saved my life. The only thing that has saved my life up until this point has been YouTube has been the only thing that saved my life. And then my wife get in my life, and she tries to detour me indirectly from doing my YouTube, because she has a life that she don't want it to be a spectacle. She don't want to live from the lenses that I live from, which is fine but not fine, because we can work through this together if she will compromise and allow me to get things done. But there's never a compromise, and even when there's a compromise, she's controlling. She wants to tell me how things should go when she's not the YouTuber. She wants to tell me how things should look when she's not the content creator. She's just my wife who should be willing to comply with me, and she's not willing to comply. And so what I'm saying is, it's not just YouTube either that is giving us issues and problems. I'm going to talk to y'all from an up close and personal perspective this morning, real briefly, and get on up out of here. And I want you to share the video. All the new people that I see that has come in right now, hit the like button for me, please, right now. Because I'm about to do something that y'all know is going to cause me hell. But if I don't get the likes, if I don't see the likes rise, I'm not going to even tell y'all the business, because I don't see that y'all appreciate what I'm doing here. So we have 43 likes right now. I at least want to see us get to about 60 likes. And then I'm going to tell y'all some of my personal business that I'm going through with my wife, because I'm tired. And I know it's hard work working on marriages. I'm up for the work. Y'all saw me working. I'm still working. I just left paying for an all-expense paid trip for her to help her free her mind. She was up there in New York, where COVID was the worst at. And so she was quarantining, I know for a fact, for at least 3 months, man. Just in the house working, caught up in corporate world, doing everything she can do to take care of her and her daughter. And I commend her for that. Salute to my wife for those things. She got her family down pat. But when I married her, I became her family. I became your family, Isha. And ever since I married her, and I'm talking to you and my cashiers. Ever since I married you, I don't feel like family to you. Ever since I married you, you've never had a place to put me. You've never dealt with me in a manner that, like you deal with your family or your daughter. You don't just throw your daughter away every mistake she makes, or when she does something that you don't like. You are compassionate because you care about the relationship between you and your daughter. And I'd like to salute you for that, honey. You got that fixed. And I admire that relationship, that mother-daughter relationship that you have, because I never saw that between my mom and my sisters. eh, because my mom just didn't know how to do that. Kudos to you. You got that figured out. But share this video, y'all. Hit the share button right now for me, please. I can see the comments. If y'all talking to me, y'all can talk. But I want to focus on what I'm saying to you guys because it's coming from my heart. And God is guiding my words. I may not say everything politically correct, and I may not be right with everything I say, but the majority of what I say is going to be factual, and it's from my heart. And regardless of how y'all perceive of it, how my mother perceive of it, how to get out what I need to get out for me, so that I can face life the way that I need to face it, to do what I need to do for me. Okay? I'm personal with some of the problems that I've been having in my life with my wife. And I know that they say happy wife, happy life. And I believe that. And you get a wife, y'all become one. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like button. I need to see the like being a content creator and an influencer to influence you guys. I need the energy reciprocated, please. All right? I don't want to keep saying it either. But I will say this. My wife has had no place to put me ever since I've been fighting to be her life. And she can constantly remind me that it was me that wanted to rush to be married to her, because I knew that I found a woman that I was content with, that I was ready to live the rest of my life for. And I was willing to sacrifice being open and honest and truthful and loyal to her because of all the things that I perceived about her. But one thing I perceived that was wrong is that my wife didn't value money too much. Well, my wife values money in a tremendous way. So much so to all of her time is consumed with sitting at a computer from damn near 6 o'clock in the morning to damn near 6 o'clock in the day. And then when she get off that computer, her mind is still consumed with what she needs to get prepared for school, and then what she needs to get prepared for the next day, till she's very seldomly in a condition life to me. And furthermore, with her being in New York and me being down here in South Carolina, she can't be of a good wife to me too much anyway. Now, she didn't have too much of a place to put me because she has the 1-bedroom apartment in New York, and it's not enough room for me, her, and her daughter. It's just enough room for them. And up until she married me, that was okay. I understand it's just enough room for you and your daughter. That's okay. I get it. But once you marry someone, you can't make them think that it's okay to stay on the peripheral until you figure out how you're going to make it comfortable for them to come around you and your daughter to live life. Because the day that I married you, I took on the responsibility of your daughter as well. And yes, I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. I didn't have much. But you coached me, yes, into getting a job. You motivated and inspired me to see a job as something that could better help me. Although I've never worked in my life, never worked a job for myself. I sold drugs all my life, and I hustled and found other ways to make money, to work for myself. But I did that for you, to show you and the people around you that I wasn't just going to be trying to lean on you for nothing or depend upon you and not be a provider. But that was the beginning of our marriage. The first 6 months, I worked my ass off to show you that I was for you. Then God blesses me to be in a position that I don't need my wife, I don't need my mama, and I don't need the headache of my kids if they're going to give me headaches. I can help all of these people from afar now. Even if I choose to help from afar and feed them with a long-handled spoon, because I want to do the right thing in spite of what they've been doing to me, I still can feed them with that long-handled spoon. I don't need to have a relationship with them or with anybody who's not going to reciprocate the energy that I'm putting out. So I'll give them a little here and a little there from afar. But what I want y'all to know is I'm sick and I'm tired of being sick and tired. I got everything I need personally right now in my life, except for the love of my mother, the love of my daughter, and an undying love and loyalty from my wife. The 3 main people in my life. Well, I'm here to make it known on record on this video. And any of y'all can come back and refer to this as many times as you like to, because this is actual truth, actual facts, and this video will not be coming down for the sake of anyone. Jesus Christ himself can ascend from the heavens and sit right down here on this table with me and say, my son, I would like for you to take that video down. Will you do it? Because God don't make us do nothing. He gives us a choice. Just like I gave my mother, just like, but he can come down here and say, are you going to move it? And I would tell God himself, no. It would be a cold day in hell before I move this video, because this is how I'm feeling at this moment. This is factual. This is real. This is hard. Right now, live, that's leaving comments. And remember, if you leave a comment, it's going to go down in history because the comments stay here forever. Everybody who was a part of the actual video. But I want the people who come later and watch this and see, boy, this is some of the realest stuff on YouTube. People don't get this real. People don't never lay it out like this. People don't put it down like that. I want you guys to pick it up. So if you're new and you come and you see this, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section, because those comments will be there as well. Say anything you'd like to say to me. I'm connecting with kindred spirits in a major way. And if I keep looking up for familiar faces, or for people that have my blood, or people that look like me to help me, it's never happening, then that's like insanity to keep doing the same things looking for different results. I can't do that. I'm no fool. So all of my cashiers and cashiers out there who really rock with me, please comment to me. Find me on my Instagrams. Find me on my Facebooks. Leave me DMs. Leave me inboxes. Go to my website, www.IKNOWCASH.com. That's IKNOWCASH.com. I have a comment section there. Y'all can comment to me all day long. I may not see it as soon as you comment it, but it comes to my phone. It's like my own personal app, my own personal Facebook. If you care about me, if you connect with me in a sincere, genuine way, and you care about my future, me being successful, the where my life is going, reach out to me if you're sincere. I'll make myself available, because you are my kindred spirit. Me and you are going to have to figure out ways that I can help you to help me to help us, because that's what this is all about, y'all. God put us here to work together with each other. And if we don't work together, we're going to create our own demise. And that's why the world has created all this division. That's why we got games called You versus Me, or the Chicago Bulls versus the doggone Detroit Pistons, or whatever you want to call it. It's you versus me, because they created these games to keep us going against one another, because they know, the powers that be know, that once we can get this thing together and work together for the greater good for each other, I don't care what color you are, how big you are, how much money you got, what possessions you have. If we all were working together, we all will get life better. But we can't even get family intact. We can't even get our own personal families intact. So how could you be a friend to someone else? How could you be a good associate? How could you be a good coworker? How could you be a good anything when you don't even got your own stuff together? You living a lie. And I choose not to live a lie anymore. I'm going to talk to y'all about my wife here, and I want y'all to share this. Y'all know she don't like to be talked about. Y'all know she don't like our business or her business out there, but this is my business, and I'm fed up. It's to the point that I've been married to her now for about 8 months, and I've only lived with her around me under the same roof for less than a month. Less than a month. Do y'all get that? Out of 8 months of being married to her, I lived around her less than a month. How much of a woman can you be to your husband when you okay with living away from him? And I'm not saying she's okay with it, but she haven't done anything about it yet. I've worked on a job. I've saved money. I've got her a ring. I've did everything that I could do to prove to her, look, I'm with you and I'm ready to work and be willing to work for you. I am not getting the energy reciprocated on my end. I'm not bashing my mother. I'm not bashing my daughter. And here again, I'm not bashing my wife. I'm simply being open, honest, factual, and truthful. And as a result of her not being what she is, what she should be to me, it causes me to act out. It causes me to fuss sometimes. It causes me to over exaggerate. It causes me to be dramatic and actually throw temper tantrums and say, I'm sick and tired of not being with my wife. And so now that makes me look bad. And guess what? Sometimes I don't even mind looking bad because it doesn't matter how you look, more so than how you feel. And as a result of me going through this with my wife and not being able to be with the woman that I love so much that I was willing to say I do to and live my life for and do things that I have never done for no other woman on this earth, not even my baby mamas can say, I'm doing things for her in that manner, and she don't even have a place to put me. She's not even willing to struggle with me. She's not even willing to be remorseful after she makes mistakes and see that I'm going through in my life. She see that I don't have a mother to put me any place. She see I'm going through trials and tribulations with my daughter. My wife even knew I was getting my daughter a car. My wife even knew I wasn't going to get me a car. I didn't want a car. I told my wife I got to get my daughter a car if it's the last thing I do because she got my grandbaby and I want her to keep her job and she's down there living with her baby daddy's family and I want to be able to contribute something to my daughter to help her. That's what I told my wife. But my wife got behind my back with my daughter and said things about me that were wrong. And that's all I'm going to say. They were lies and they were wrong. She said things to my mama, but it was because my mama reached out to her and called and tried to dampen things. And my daughter texted her and said things and tried to dampen things. But keep in mind, these are the two women, my mother and my daughter, trying to defile my marriage and break it up. And watch this. They almost got what they wanted. Because right now today, I'm here to tell y'all, me and my wife are on wit's ends too. And I'm not here to hide it anymore because people go through issues and problems every day in life, right? And some choose to hide them and be secretive and deal with them themselves. And some people choose to be open and honest and vent and put it out and seek advice or seek counseling or whatever. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. But what I'm going to tell y'all right here is this. I'm going to be open and honest about what I'm going through if it kills me. And when I met my wife, she didn't want me to talk, be honest about things because she feel like we should work through it. But let me tell y'all this. If we're going to work through it, I think going through something and getting through something, you should show what you're going through and you should show how you get through so people can see the problem and they can see the solution, and then they will know that you will have the proper equation. So you are equipped, you are qualified to give advice to them. If you have the proof that you've gone through and gotten through something. If you've gone through the roads to get to New York and got to New York, you are the best person to give directions about how to get to New York. So, I'm saying all this to you guys just to say, I show y'all what I go through with my wife, not to exploit my no YouTube videos, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's some things that I could show y'all and I could have shown y'all about my mother, my daughter, and my wife, and me, that would fucking rock y'all world. And pardon my French, because I don't like to curse much on camera, but people who curse are being truthful with you guys. And sometimes when I'm getting passionate and honest and truthful about what I'm talking about, a few cuss words is gonna fly out here and there. Blame it on my heart, on my mind, not my heart. I'm sorry, okay? But I wanna say this. I've been living my life now for everybody else, including my cashiers and cashiers, my mother, my daughter, and my wife. I've been living my life for everybody else and neglecting myself. I made up in my mind today, I'm burning all the old things, my old ways, my old ideologies, my old perceptions, perspectives. I'm burning all the old things that mean me no good and didn't do me any good in life. If it's not in my favor, I'm Xing it out because I got to worry about me now. And once I be selfish enough to get me on my 2 feet, then I'll get back to being kind and considerate to others. And I'm gonna always be kind and considerate, but I'll get back to sharing and giving of what I have to others. But right now, self-preservation is the first law of nature. And I want to tell y'all something. It's getting to the point where as though I'm feeling alone and not feeling I am alone. I don't have my wife, and I married her because I wanted a life with her. I wanted to struggle and get life right with my wife, not separate from her. So if divorce is what's going to come by me putting out this video and saying, honey, I need you, not fakely, not like a preschool way or some elementary teenage way. I'm ready to do life with the wife the right way. I got my stuff together. I may need to work on the way I talk to you and how I get discouraged and feel about ways of how I'm mistreated. I may need to work on how I deal with things, and I'm working on me. But I'm ready to do life, and I'm not playing anymore. And it's either you're gonna step up to the plate, get me in your life, or you're gonna get me out of your life. And I don't want a divorce from you. If I wanted a divorce, I have the money for it. I could send you your papers. I'm not talking divorce. We're gonna have problems. We're gonna have mishaps. We're gonna have disagreements. We're gonna have arguments. But guess what? It's up to us to fix them. It's not what we go through. It's how we get through it. Are you considerate, kind, loving? All of those words enough to work through it with me. I know that I am. I can't work through this by myself. I'm not perfect and neither are you. I've made mistakes and so have you. I've made big, huge mistakes and you've made huger ones. Like for instance, you do not, women, if you are in relationships or marriages and you care about your mate, you do not make decisions about your life or y'all's life where your husband is concerned without consulting your husband. And know that if you do, even when you try to correct it, it's going to say a lot about you, and your husband is going to see and pick up on something about you that you didn't even have to say. And some of those things may be truthful or may not be, but it's going to be real to him. So I would advise you to never do that to your boyfriend, significant other, companion, person you engaged to, or your husband. Don't do it. But I'm going to tell y'all something. My wife does things to me that she expects me to get it all right or be remorseful and forgiving, and I am. I know that the Bible says God gave us forgives us 7 times 77 times a day. So if God can forgive us, then why can't we forgive each other? That's what I've been instilled in my heart by my grandmother and my grandfather. But I do know this too. You can forgive and forgive and forgive, but you will never forget. And after forgiving, if you change and you try everything in your power to do what you need to do by the people that you are forgiving, and they never change or do anything by you, then chances are you need to leave that situation because it's never going to get better for you. You need to get yourself out of the environment where you feel like you're being neglected or you're being mistreated or you're not being, people are not being concerned about your interests too much. It's your duty to get yourself out of that. And if you stay there, it's your fault and you can't blame anyone. So I just want to say this, man. Something happened, a lot had happened over the weekend when I was spending time with my life on this all expense paid trip. And I want y'all to know that I was thinking about all expense paid trip for the first time. You know, my wife will respect me as a man in her life because she do value money and she works her ass off for her money and she looks down upon me for not having money. So now let me do something for her, like pay for her a whole all expense paid trip. Do a change, right? You can spend all your money in the world on somebody. Now this is to my cashiers and cashiers. You can spend all the money in the world trying to appeal to somebody, and you will spend every dime you got, and you will never appeal to them. And I'm telling you guys that don't even try it. Don't make the mistake. I've never been in a position in my life where I used to trick off on women or give a woman money for sex. I've never had to do that. I'm a fairly good-looking dude, whether I'm homeless or not, whether I got on raggedy clothes or not, whether I got on homeless, bummy, dirty clothes or not. I know who I am, and I feel good about myself, and my intellect says a lot about me, my smarts, my character. You know, I have a lot of charisma about myself. Not tooting my own horn, I'm learning now that I possess these qualities. All my life, I overlooked these things about myself, but now I'm learning to value them, and I'm going to be valuing people that knows how to value these things in me. I'm not going to be having people around me that don't see the good in me or that always want to magnify the bad in me. Because those same people that magnify the bad in you, if you turn that mirror around on their ass, or you turn that magnifying glass around on their ass, they got a uglier situation or a more magnified situation than yours. But you know what they're good at doing? Looking at the negatives in their own lives. So it's easier for them to look at your life and see negatives, and easier to magnify them, to make you a bad guy. And a lot of times that's what women do in relationships. Instead of working on themselves and working on the relationship and doing what they can do to fix the relationship, it's easier to fault the man and say, he did this, he acts out this, he acts like he gets argues, he always gets crazy, or whatever you want to say. And the man might be doing all these things, but you never stop to think that you are the cause of it. And there's what you call cause and effect. And you can't get mad about the effect of a thing if you don't check the cause of a thing. There's a thing called action, and then there's a reaction from them. You cannot place more of a responsibility on their reaction than you do on your raw actions. And I'm intelligent enough to understand this. I get it. I treat people fairly. I forgive 70 times 77 a day. I keep going. I don't hold grudges against people. Yes, I can get vindictive if you are threatening my life and coming at me. I can get vindictive enough like a cat. If you back me into a corner, I will get my ass out of this corner. But I'm not vindictive enough to just hurt people that hurt me. I know that hurt people, and I'm not hurt. I'm homeless. I'm not helpless. I'm not hopeless. I have the ambition and the drive to become anything I want to be in life. And I don't just have to sing to do it. That's why I don't sing for y'all too much no more. I'm tired of singing. Singing ain't getting me no views. Y'all ain't sharing the videos. Singing ain't doing nothing but getting YouTube to copyright infringe my videos, and I still don't get paid for it. So what am I sing for? It does me no good. I'm going to drop these real life jewels on y'all ass. I'm going to put my life as a realistic spectacle up on YouTube to show y'all, yes, life comes at me fast. Yes, I have mishaps. I have shortcomings. I have all type of mistakes I make, and I'm going to show them, and I'm also going to show y'all how I deal with them. I'm not living a lie anymore for nobody. And if my wife leaves me, because I'm about to tell y'all something, we are going through. I don't want to leave her. Every woman that out there may be watching me right now saying, he's a nice guy. He's handsome or not, or he looks good enough for me, because beauty is only in the eye of the beholder. I know there's women out there that want to be with me that don't know me. I know that there's women that know me, that they're in my inbox, they're in my DM. They even comment boldly in the comment section saying things to me. But I'm married. I'm off limits to any other woman, and I live a loyal life, and I'm honest. So I will say this, when y'all see me put up videos, and even if I put up another video later of me and my wife going through things, because forgive and make it work. Even if I put up a video saying we're going through some things, don't think that I'm going to cheat on my wife, or that I'm going to do anything to my marriage that's going to cause me detriment in the future. I'm not. But what I will say is this. When y'all begin to see a video that says No Cash is divorced, or No Cash has signed his divorce papers, or when I turn that camera down like this right here on the table and y'all see me signing like this right here, then guess what? Then you women will know No Cash was tired. No Cash is done, right? And I want to say this. When that happens, I'm going to take time for me and clear my head, but I'm going to get right back to life. I'm not going to let it take me down. I'm going to take that licking and keep on ticking. And I want y'all to understand and learn from what I went through with this woman for the next woman or women that get into my life when and if I get divorced, because I don't want a divorce. I'm doing everything in my power to fix things with my wife, but a lot of this stuff is unheard of for me. I never imagined that I'll be married to someone that I couldn't live with. And it's not because I can't, and I get that. But now I'm in a position to where I'm ready to make the moves to help her and her daughter and my kids. And it seems like everybody is stagnating on me. Everybody is holding back, and they holding back is holding me back, right? So I'm saying to myself, I'm not going to let people hold me back anymore. And I'm not going to use the excuse of my mom, my daughter, or my wife anymore. Everything I'm going through with my mom is going to be exposed and shown, regardless to how you guys think about it or how you feel or what you perceive. I know some of y'all are ignorantly making uneducated hypotheses about my life. Y'all don't know no better. I don't care, though. I choose to put it out there. So what? You see? So I just want y'all to know, I don't care how y'all view it. I'm going to put the truth out there about my wife, about my life with my mom. I'm going to put the truth out there about my life with my daughter. I'm going to put the truth out there about my life with my wife. And check this out. I want y'all to understand something. The truth is good and bad. I'm not going to just be showing y'all drama. I ain't making up shit. Any bit of drama y'all see is real drama. And it's probably going to be too much for y'all to even understand or overstand. So I want you to take a moment and get real with yourself and stop playing games in these days and times. All right? Because I don't show my business for nothing. I'm showing y'all my business because if y'all see the bad, just as well as y'all see the bad, y'all can see some good too. If my daughter call and apologize to me, I'm going to make sure y'all see that too. If me and my daughter begin to work on our relationship and we get better at it and she becomes the best daughter in the world and I becomes the greatest father to her in the world and y'all begin to see that, y'all going to see that too. So it's the good and the bad. I'm not going to make it fake now. But if y'all see bad and it never gets good, guess what? That because ain't no good never damn happened. If y'all see my mama make a change, and I'm telling y'all I'm putting my mama over there in a bag, I'm doing with her as she doing with me. She didn't call the police on me, lied on me, and had me evicted. There's nothing else I can do to prove to her I need to be in her life. But even if she forgive it and come back around, I will forgive and let live and still feed her with that long handled spoon because she is somebody who I will not allow back around me in my circumference because she just don't have my best interest at heart. Now, my wife. Same way y'all see me on here saying we have problems or we have the situations that we go through, I'm going to tell every situation we got going on from here on out. I'm not hiding shit because hiding it makes me go through more. And it makes my wife seem like she got me in a position to where as though I'm going to listen to her because I'm embarrassed about what we go through, whether it's me and the negative things that I say and do or her and the negative things that she say and do. I don't really give a damn that y'all know that negativity occurs in my life and in my marriage. You'll be a fool to sit back and think it's not. In the perfectest marriage that you can sit back and see it looks perfect, they have confusion, arguments, and trials and tribulations. And if they don't, I'll show you two fake ass people. All right? So with that being said, the bigger the problems that I have in my life with my mom, my daughter, or my wife, the bigger the solutions that I got to come up with. And when and if I come up with them solutions, I want y'all to see the problem and the solution and how I work through it and how much I had to do to get through it. So you will know where much is given, much is required. And if you're going through something in your life, it's going to take much of you too to get it right. And then if it can't get right, and after you've done all that you can do, and after you've been as loyal and truthful and honest and relentless and resilient as you could be, and nothing has changed, and nothing is going to work out in your favor, you leave the situation never to return because you should not be a man or a woman after your own vomit. That means after you throw something up, you should never go back after it. I got two baby mamas that I care about. One, she just lost her mama. Shouts out to Mama Marilyn, rest in peace. And shouts out to my baby mama, Melody Ford. I want to say my heart goes out to you, your family, my kids, your kids. Be strong. This too shall pass. And to be absent from the body, is to be present with God. And so your mother is gone from this body now, and she's with God. Me and this baby mother right here get along well. There's no relationship between us like sexually. We don't even really talk a lot. But I get along with her now better than I did when she was with me because she couldn't understand me when she was with me. And now that we're not together, she understands me and we can co-parent. I'm not trying to sex on her. She's not trying to sex on me. We have an understanding about each other and I like it. And if it took me not being with her to get that, then so be it. I'd rather have that than to have a fake ass relationship with her or marriage or engagement with her that I'm not happy with. So, one of my baby mothers I don't get along with because she is crazy, demonic, and she does things vindictively that she don't care. She sexed my first cousin and had 2 kids to get back at me. You don't have to show me nothing else that you would do to me to get back at me for me to know that you don't mean me any good. The next time it could be poisoning my food. The next time it could, if your wife or your girlfriend around you, she cooking for you, she doing things for you. You have to be open and honest and truthful and loyal in these situations. And when you got somebody around you that's not willing to do those things or not capable of doing those things, it's your fault if you stay around. And anything that happens to you is your fault. So I got out of that situation. Now, with my new wife, I'm saying this because wholeheartedly I know the importance of marriage. I've never married anyone in my life, and never, ever, ever did I imagine that I would marry someone that I would be going so hard for them, working on jobs, trying to spend my money to help them get their life together so I can include them in my life more so than I've ever did it with anybody, whether it was my mother, my kids, or any other woman. I'm doing it the way I'm supposed to do it for you, Isha, because I feel like you are the woman for me. I chose you. I went hard for you. I'm still going hard for you. And all you can do is point out my mishaps. All you can do is point out the mistakes and always remind me of the things that I do wrong. You never can talk about the good. You never can talk about how I made you feel good. And guess what? You never congratulate me on the things that I do, that I accomplish, that other females in the street accomplish. They make it their business to, make it known that, hey, man, you're doing a great thing. Other females, but never you. So all I'm saying to you is there's work that you need to work on about yourself to make you a better woman for me as well. It's not always the man's fault. The man ain't always got to do all of the work. I'm doing a tremendous work in my life and in yours, to be in your life. And guess what? Truthfully, I'm going to say it to you, Isha, in front of everyone. I don't feel like you're doing enough for me to be in my life. It's like you got me on the peripheral and you're okay with what is going on negative in my life as long as you're not a part of it because you're up there in New York. But anything that you have going on up there in New York, I feel it here in South Carolina. And my heart goes out to you. And I do everything that I can to show you that I'm here for you. Now I'm ready to put you in a home. I'm ready to be under the same roof with my wife. I have what I need to do it. I have resources, people, finances, and everything ready to move forward with you, Isha. You're too immature and you're too unconcerned about me to do the adult mature thing that you need to do to make that happen. And I'm letting you know with this video, I can't do that for you. Your mama can't do that for you. My mama can't do that for you. Your friends or no one, your daughter, no one can do that for you. You got to do it. And I'm telling you, I'm not looking for anybody else to do it from this day forward. I'm looking for you to do it. And what you do, I will consider and I will move forward and I will reciprocate. What you don't do, I'm not going to consider. I'm going to move backwards and I'm going to separate because I cannot continue to go as hard in this marriage for you the way that I'm going. And you're not reciprocating the energy. You're not with me. I have needs, sexual needs. I have not just sexual needs. I have needs, period, where though I just need my wife with me. I need someone, a shoulder to cry on. I need a listening ear. I need some companionship. I need some consoling. I need understanding, overstanding, and understanding from a female perspective. And I'm telling you, I am not getting it. And I'm doing all I can in my power with my knowledge, wisdom, finances, currency, current, everything to prove it to you. And nothing is happening for me. If you got to change your heart, you fix it with your actions. I don't want to hear any more words. This is to every woman watching. No, when y'all see me talk about my problems, this is not me saying, open sesame, I'm about to be messing with women. But this is me saying I'm tired of what I'm going through. And I won't be going through it too much longer. And if it don't change, and I'm doing everything in my power to change it, I'm going to do away with it. And the day that y'all see no cash is divorce, that's when y'all know I need some females' attention. And it's open sesame for y'all to reach out to me and reach out in any way that you would like, because I'm not going to play games with myself or anybody else any longer. All right? Once again, I'm going to come on here and say this. I'm not perfect, even when it comes to my mom. I'm not perfect when it comes to my daughter. and I'm definitely not perfect when it comes to my wife. My wife has a excellent way of pointing out all of my mishaps, all of the wrong things that I do. But you know, she's ignorant to the fact of all the good things that I try to do by her and for her. And I'm saying to y'all, it hurts me so bad because the wrong things that she do, I try to keep no account of them until she reminds me of the things wrong that I'm doing. And then only I do it then to let her see, you know, the little thing that you keep reminding me of that I'm doing wrong is so minute in the grand scheme of things till I have to show you this thing, this big thing that you've been doing wrong right here just to show you you're not being fair. You're so unfair. And if you're keen enough to see and to know where I'm doing wrong in my life, why can't you turn that mirror around and use the same thing in your life and fix some of the things that you're doing wrong? Like, for instance, my wife made the decision to get on birth control pills without even asking me. And I had to, or not, without even consulting with me. Now, when I married her, we had this discussion about me wanting any more kids. And I told her at this point in time in my life, no, because I don't have the money to take care of a kid, and I don't want to be birthing kids in this world, not taking care of them. I said, but the moment that my life take a turn for the better, I'm going to let you know that, yes, I desire plenty more kids. I do want kids. And so she had me thinking she wanted a kid too, at least another kid. And now here it is, we had that conversation, and in my mind, my perception is me and my wife could someday work on having a child together or having a family together. And then come to find out, I get on the trip and her birth control pills fall out of the pocketbook. By the grace of God, the angels let me see it. And she calls me crazy when I say the angel shows me things, or the angel made this happen, or the angels showed me this time. So whatever we're talking about right now is very important. She think I'm very crazy when I'm saying things like this. But the more I say these things and the more I believe these things, the more things are being exposed to me. The more I'm beginning to see things for what they really are. And so that was not something that I just, wanted to make a bad day of. The shit hurted me to my heart. It still hurts me right now. And I'm mentioning it to y'all, and I know it's going to make her mad, but I don't give two shits because I feel the way that I feel. And all the time when I go through stuff like this and feel like how I feel, women and people in my life, family, be wanting to tell me, you shouldn't talk about it, or you shouldn't tell your business. No. I don't believe that. And maybe I shouldn't tell my business according to you. But if I feel like I want to tell my business and go through whatever scrutiny, whatever hatred, whatever misunderstandings, or whatever kickback that's going to come my way, then allow me to go through that, because I'm not doing things like this to my wife. I'm not being disloyal to her. I'm not entertaining the women that are coming up to me every day saying things to me that makes me feel good that my wife don't say. They're having an understanding place to put me that my wife don't have to put me. But I'm steady fighting them away with a stick. I'm just fighting them away with a stick, right? And now here it is. I'm looking for these things in my wife, and all she do is complain and constantly remind me of the few little mistakes that I make. And I say the mistakes that I make are due to her because of her negligence. If she was in my life, being the wife that I need, doing for me and by me the way that she should, I would not have no negativity going on in my life. And the cameras will be on me and her being loving, kind, caring to each other, and showing people how to get through relationships and how to work through issues in relationships. That's what I dream of. No, I don't dream of us having a perfect life and not having any problems, but I look for us to work through the problems, get through the problems, right? Go through the problems and get through the problems and show people how we do it. And then after we get through problems and get through problems, we make those problems to a bare minimum to where we got less problems in our life now and we got more solutions. So now that makes us more qualified to do videos about relationships or about life, period. See me, I'm qualified on homelessness. I'm qualified on selling drugs, going to prison. I'm qualified on street life, doing negative things, busting your gun. I lived all kind of craziness. But for the past 15 years of my life, ever since 2007, I made a vow that I was going to plant good seeds. I made a vow that I was going to make a 360, no, a 80, 180-degree turn. If you make a 360-degree turn, you're going to turn right back around to where you was. If I'm here and I do a 360-degree turn, I'm right back where I was. But if I'm here right now and my life is going bad and I feel like it's going the wrong way and everybody in it is not the right people, and every time I turn around I'm being distressed and depressed, if I just make a 180 turn, then I just turned my life around. Now I'm coming this way, which is the right way, to the right people, to the people who are concerned, to the people who are interested in what I got going on. And so that's how you can do life, y'all. You first got to care about yourself enough to get your own life on track. You got to be selfish enough to do it right for you. And sometimes we put mama, kids, girlfriends, and everybody else before us, and that's the wrong way to do it, because now you're putting the carriage before the horse. And if you put the carriage before the horse, that means you're gonna go backwards, because the horse gonna pull you backwards. But if you put the horse before the carriage, you're gonna be going forward. Do things right, y'all, right and exact. And even when you make mistakes, learn that you are not perfect. Learn to right your wrongs. Learn to face your adversities, face your trials and your tribulations head on. Be brave and courageous enough to do so that you can go through and get through. And it won't be intimidating you. Nothing or no one in life can intimidate you. I'm telling y'all this because today is my breaking point. I am tired. I don't have nowhere else to turn. There's nobody else for me to look good for. If you was going to look good for your mama, I don't have that in my life. If I was going to look good for my daughter, I don't have that in my life. And if I was going to look good for my wife, hell, I don't even feel like she's even concerned, that she even cares enough about me. I care all about her. I don't feel like I'm being loved enough on no end from my mom, my daughter, or my wife. And what I'm saying is I would be a fool to continue living my life looking for something from these people when doors are being closed. One thing I've learned, that when one door is closed, many more are open. And I want y'all to remember that. Don't you close doors on yourself. No matter mama, daughter, wife, family, friends, anybody can close doors on you and make you feel like life is over. Don't you close doors on yourself. And you remember that when one door is closed, if you walk into your house and close the door behind you, that one door is closed, but many more gonna open. The bathroom door gonna open, room doors, hell, even windows. It's a whole lot of other opportunities when doors are closed. And I want you to remember that. All right? I want all of my cashiers to remember that. Y'all be attentive. Y'all keep me in your prayers. Don't pray that I don't go through things. Because I pray for God for more trials and tribulations. I pray to God for problems, but I pray to him for knowledge and wisdom and understanding and strength to get through the problems. Because what you go through and get through, you learn from, and that makes you a better person. So I want y'all to know I'm striving for perfection, and I won't stop until these eyes is closed. I'm striving to do well and do good. I'm attracting good people into my life. I come to you with peace and love. If you bring anything else, you bought it yourself. If anything else transpired, you provoked it. Because I greet you with peace and love, and I leave you with peace and love. I want to say, everybody who's about loving peace, you're welcome here. You can reach out to me in my comment sections, inboxes, and DMs. And if I feel like you're genuine enough, I'll give you my personal number, because I need people in my life right now. I need understanding. I need a listening ear. I need some advice. Sometimes when you are the strongest person and you helping people and you give advice so well and you giving advice to people that needs it, sometimes you can overlook yourself and realize that you need advice too. Where do you go? Where do I go when it's time for me to find someone with a listening ear? Where do I go when it's time for me to get some understanding? I'm letting y'all know I don't have that. And I'm not looking for y'all to feel sorry for me or a pity party. I just want some overstanding, understanding, and understanding. And I want to say this in closing. No matter what you're going through in life, it could be your mama, your daughter, your wife, your husband, your son, your daddy. you don't have them to label as an excuse when your life is falling by the wayside. Even if you feel like with your perception that they are the cause of it, you have to take responsibility into your own hands. You have to take accountability for your actions, and you have to do something about what you're going through in your life. You can watch me. I'm not perfect. I might not handle everything right on this channel. I try to do this channel as a kid-friendly channel, but some things are too real for TV, and I put it up here because when I'm going through it, I don't mind telling what I'm going through. I don't mind that because I know that we have to tell the children the truth, even if it's the harsh truth. Don't be lying to your kids now. I learned that too, the hard way. Give these kids the truth. And I meet a lot of kids that draw to me. Babies in the arm, on up to toddlers, on up to teenagers. Okay? A lot of kids are drawn to me. And that's why I try to cuss less. Or I try not to put as much of my life that's real and raw out that I could, right? But now I'm not even going to think about that because even with holding back on these kids and not telling them the truth, I'm doing them a misjustice. Anybody I know is taking heed and learning from what I'm doing, that is watching my videos, I know that it's learning a lot, that are learning the most. Most of these old dogs, they're hard to teach them new tricks. And it's easy to repair broken youth. It's easier to build stronger youth than to repair broken men. Let me say that again. It's easier to build stronger youth than it is to repair broken men. You know, I've always thought of myself as an old dog that I can learn new tricks. And I'm going to constantly learn until the day that I die. I learn something new every day. But I run into people, even young people, it's hard to teach them things. It's hard to tell them about the mistakes that you went through so you can get them to learn. Sometimes you begin to see in these days and times, people are beginning to show you that they want to go through what they're going through so they can learn. You know, a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. An average man got to make all, just keep making a lot of damn mistakes they own and seeing other people make mistakes, and they just never learn. Which one are you? Wise, average, or the fool? The choice is yours. I know who I am today. I know the choice that I'm making today. I put this out here today for no other reason but for knowledge, wisdom, understanding, advice, instructions, whatever you want to use it for. If you just apply what you're going to be seeing from me from here on out, as well as everything in this video, and please right now, share the video before we get up out of here. If you was listening to the whole thing and didn't find a share button or didn't have time to share it then, that's fine. Please, I beg it of you, do me a favor and share this video. This is me doing a tell-all, 100% truth, honesty for your ass. I don't got nothing to hide and nothing to cover up. And from this day forward, I will not be covering up anything good or bad about my life. I just hope and I pray that I have a lot of good to show you guys from here on out. And even if I have mistakes and hardships and mishaps and trials and tribulations and adversities that I'm going through, that I'm facing, I just wish and pray that God give me the wisdom and knowledge and the know-how and the action to work through them so that I can show y'all how I had the problem and how I worked through them, because that is going to be very helpful to my audience out there. I see somebody gave me a $20 cash super chat, Miss Sister Taz. I want to say thank you very much. That's great support. That's great energy, because you use your energy to do that. You use your currency to do that, as well as your current. And I want to say thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate people like you, because not for the $20, for the effort that you took to go out to reach out to me in a way that gets my attention. Sister Taz, I want to say thank you for everything. I haven't read any comments yet. I will be going back and referring to the comments. But I already been on here for 2 hours now. I'm sweating. I woke up in my car. I'm going to even go back to my car as I close out the video. Okay. This is where I just left from. I'm actually don't know whether I'm going or coming, man. But I just know that life comes at us fast. And sometimes the things that we focus on are not the things that we need. And the things that we need, we're not really focusing on. And so I'm learning now that I got to do things better in my life. I would like for you to hit that like button if you haven't. And if you have not subscribed, hold on. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel already, I would greatly appreciate it. And you don't have to, I don't want a subscriber if you're not interested in what I got going on. So don't subscribe if you're not interested. But if you're interested in my life and how it transpires, if you think that I'm an upright, loyal, truthful guy that you can learn some stuff from, I would like for you to hit that subscribe button right now as we speak and turn on your notifications bells. It has one at the top that says all. Click that all bell so that you will be notified every time I go live and every time I put up a video. Because I promise y'all, the stuff that I'm going to be putting up here lately is going to be incredible. I got some stuff to come that I was holding back, not knowing whether I should put it up or not. But I made the decision today, after burning up everything I'm going to burn up in my life, I'm putting it up. And I'm doing away with life in a way that if life don't mean me any good, I'm not going to mean it any good. If the people around me don't mean me any good, I'm not going to mean them any good. And I'm only going to do that which I want to do in my life from here on out. That which makes me happy from here on out. So therefore, I can't blame or accuse anyone else for what I'm going through in life. I'm not going to blame my mama. I'm not going to blame my daughter. I'm not going to blame my wife. If my mama birthed me in this world and I can do away with my mama and say that's okay, God will send me spiritual mothers. If my daughter, I birthed her. She came from my scrotums. And I love her so much, but I will not let her disrespect me or mistreat me. And if I'm willing to put my own daughter in a bag for how she treat me, what makes you think I'm going to let a woman or a friend or a guy friend or anybody else, if I could put my mama and my daughter in a bag, what makes you think I would let anybody else mistreat me? And I'm telling you guys that you shouldn't let nobody mistreat you either. All right? And now today is the day that I'm putting my foot down. You see that? Look. That's a manly foot. A big foot. And I'm putting it down because if you don't, what you go through will be your own fault. I woke up in this car right here. And I don't feel bad. I met a man when I left the beach yesterday that's riding around in a car that somebody gave him. And he's traveling in that car from state to state with a dog that he saved out of a burning house. And that car has lasted him now a while. And he done been to 26 different states. And he's living life, helping people, giving advice. He don't have a home, but he don't feel like he's less of a man because he don't have a home. Here it is, his car is not even a SL 500. That's just a name. People value this for nothing. I don't value this. I don't even want to tell y'all how much I paid for it, but it wasn't even a whole lot of money. It was just a great buy, a good steal. But I want to say to you guys, material possessions come and go. And I want y'all to know that if you value your loved ones, stop focusing on material possessions. If you look at the world right now, the state that we're in, everybody is going crazy because of material possessions. And all I'm saying to you guys is those things come and go. Cars like this one, clothes, name brand clothes, even money. Those are things that we accumulate in life along the way. Those are not real life. It's like a dream, really. All of this stuff is invented. And if we allow what man makes and all the stuff that is invented to cause us to go through torment and negative things with each other, when God created us all, this life that we have is ours. Nobody didn't give it to us, but God. You were born with it. The name that you have right now, if you call your name, that's not even yours. That's not yours. It was given to you by your parents. You had nothing to do with that name. That name might not even be you. If you notice in the Bible, every time somebody was born with a name, the person grow up and get to a certain age and then they change the name. And the name is their new name, their new attribute. Because for one, when you were born, you had nothing to do with that name. Your parents just give you the name. Just like you had nothing to do with who your mom or daddy made love to. They just went to have some sex. They just went and gave them some sex. Right? It had nothing to do with you. But they should have considered you. And because they didn't, now we as kids with parents who didn't do that have to suffer the consequences. And now we have to be mindful of that. That's all I'm saying. Do not let material things dictate your life or how you love and care for others. Do not let it do that to y'all. I've been a man who struggled with homelessness for a long time and had nothing. And people mistreated me and treated me like a dog. Then I became a man that came into a little something. It ain't much to talk about. But as I came into that little something, people still mistreat me. They mistreat me worse than when I had nothing. And some of the people who you thought were for you and with you, when you ain't had nothing, get you 2 cents over lunch money. And see don't their actions change towards you. And I don't care whether it's your mama, your daughter, or your wife. These people will change on you. And I don't care whether it's for the good or the bad. You can rest assured that they will change. A lot of times people say when we get money, or when you get money, you change. Or when people get money, they change. Well, I don't agree with that saying anymore. Because they might change a lot of ways for themselves for the better. But for the most part, people with money don't really too much change. It makes them more of who they are. If you were a jackass before you had money, money will make you, or having money will make you more of a jackass. If you were an intelligent, kind person before you had money, having money will make you more of an intelligent and kind person. If you were bossy before you had money, having money will make you over bossy. So money just makes you more of who you already are. But one thing I can guarantee you is when you get money, you may not change, but everybody around you will. Now you mark my words on that. Stop saying the cliches so much when they don't live up to be what they are. When people say, when you get money, you change, don't let them fool you. They're trying to make you do what they want you to do. They're trying to convince you to put what their interests are and their concerns before yours. The people who love and care about you and are concerned about you, they will show you with their actions. You will not have to beg for it. They will genuinely give you what they see that you need, whether you deserve it or not, which is the same thing I was doing for my mom until I got tired. The same thing that I'm still doing for my daughter. I'm just looking for an apology. I'm just looking for some remorse. I'm just looking for some changed behavior from you, sweetheart. And you can fix this. And the same thing I did for my wife. And she's not, don't have a lick of my blood. And I'm still doing it for her too. Until you send me divorce papers. Or until you let me know you're actually done with me. And I'm telling you, you must make a decision very soon. Because I don't want to waste time in my life any longer. Once again, I am the homie No Cash. Getting into the car that I slept in last night. Just made one of the realest videos that I've ever made. And I hope you guys appreciate it. But I want you to know that I don't do this stuff for nothing. I'm doing it to bring about an overstanding with my audience, my true fans, my true cashiers and cashiers. The rest of them, I don't really care. I know they're just here to talk, bad, gossip, make up negative things. They're just going to enjoy the drama, or you're here to enjoy the singing, or whatever you're here for. I want you to enjoy yourself too. But who I do it for is my cashiers and cashiers. And I want y'all to know that I love y'all. And I want y'all to know that sometimes in my life, it seems like that y'all are all that I got. And so that's why I put my all into this. And I'm going to continue to do it, but it's going to come out a whole lot better than what y'all seen. You might see some drama. You might see some realness. What you going to see? You're going to also see me get it right, if it's with or without the people in my life. And I want to say I love y'all. Once again, I'm the homie No Cash signing off with a bit info. Over and out. Peace and love. Y'all stay well. and be blessed. And remember that this too shall pass, and the best is yet to come. Please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications bells, make sure it says all, strap on your seatbelt, and enjoy the ride. Peace.